What stands out in your mind? What would you like to celebrate most about the University of Surrey?
I think this university has so many opportunities for its students, and that's what I really enjoyed. I've taken quite a big hold of many of these opportunities.
I admire that it's a champion for the students. It had that feel that it was elite, but it was relevant.
What the university should do more of is start really looking at now the international challenges coming up, especially now with Brexit.
It'd be nice to have a bit more transparency with them, especially I think when I first came here, I saw the Vice-Chancellor in Rubik's whilst Tiny Temper was on, and that to me was the highlight of my year.
In recent years, we've really successful in sports. We've raised the profile enormously, we've got great facilities. Where do sort of elite sports and things play a role in that?
Now, I've been to gym numerous times and I've seen the Harlequins in there. I kind of see them as a motivation to why I should get involved, because they are so strong and they're just wow. And personally, I think it's good to see that, but I think in terms of our attitude and our approach to sports, I think that needs to be different.
Obviously, we've only got so much money to spend, so how would you work with the university to make sure we were making the right decisions?
In my opinion, a lot of it comes down to getting a good business plan together. Obviously, I know that money has been quite an issue because of the recent new buildings as well, so major expenses. In the end, to me, it would come down to planning it properly. Sometimes it'll mean trying to push for things that universities trying to go away from, but in the end it also means compromise. And you also need to find out what's important to the university and what they want to get out of it.
The top of my list would be the library, just because students are here to study. They go out to go and revise in the library in exam time, and they spend the first 20 minutes just trying to find a seat or a space, and that adds extra stress to their revision time.
So I imagine the toughest challenge I face will be you guys, which is probably the way it should be. I've got a solid list of demands here, and I think organising for these, getting students behind these demands, getting these campaigns going, and getting you guys to listen and eventually give in to my demands, will take a little time, but we'll get there.
One thing that I would do different is probably go out a bit more and be less stuck in the office, because I know it's something that I've talked to staff about, and they say, we try and do this every year, but at the same time, I think if we never make time, that will always be our excuse.
So if you think about the current Students' Union or the Students' Union for the last few years, what do you admire most about it?
Oh, that's hard. I love all of it. I think the Students' Union has made my university time just the most incredible time of my life. It's a welcoming place. It's just full of really positive people that are just such role models and inspirations to other students.
Well, I think a big problem with the current Students' Union is that they have let Surrey students down. We see things like the cuts to NHS bursaries, we see things such as these increased rents, we see things such as cuts to education across the board, and I don't think the Students' Union has been on the side of students. I think the Students' Union should be really at the forefront of national student politics. I want to see us at the NUS, I want to see us making big waves there. I want to see Surrey students leading the way in the National Union and really driving forward defence of students, Surrey and nationally.
My personal experience this year of the NUS hasn't been very good. I've been to several training courses with them and left very unimpressed. The people who have been elected are driving a very radical NUS, which I don't always think is the best use of their time. I feel like sometimes it is better to stay in the conversation rather than leave it.